Hello everyone and welcome to Challenge Your English series. Today you're going to discover 10 remarkable English words that will truly push your vocabulary skills to the next level. Our first word is recalcitrant. Recalcitrant refers to someone who stubbornly resists authority or control. Its Latin root, recalcitrare, means to kick back. For example, "Come on, just wear the uniform like everyone else," pleaded the coach. But the recalcitrant player stood firm with crossed arms. In old novels, you often find the recalcitrant young heir who refuses to obey family expectations. Even in tech development, recalcitrant bugs that refuse to be fixed can delay entire projects. Our third word is ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means being present everywhere at once. It comes from the Latin ubique, meaning everywhere. For example, walking through New York City, the ubiquitous coffee shops seem to sprout on every street corner. It's almost amusing how ubiquitous the phrase "you're muted" became during online meetings in the pandemic era. In fantasy novels, magic sometimes feels so ubiquitous that it's as common as air. Now we come to lugubrious. Lugubrious means mournful or, excessively gloomy. It comes from the Latin lugere, which actually means to mourn. For example, the abandoned train station stood lugubrious under the heavy winter sky. I remember seeing a child's lugubrious face after dropping an ice cream cone onto the pavement. Even the cello section in an orchestra can bring out a lugubrious mood, wrapping the concert hall in slow, heavy sound. Next is esoteric. Esoteric describes knowledge or information meant for or understood by only a small, specialized group. The word comes from the Greek esoterikos, meaning inner. Here's an example. The physicist's lecture was filled with so many esoteric concepts that even science majors struggled to keep up. My friend's passion for collecting antique teapots is charmingly esoteric, and honestly, nobody but other collectors really understands it. Even among chefs, some molecular gastronomy techniques remain highly esoteric and are guarded almost like secrets. Let's move on to obfuscate. Obfuscate means to make something unclear or confusing on purpose. It comes from the Latin obfuscare, meaning to darken. For instance, the legal contract was filled with dense paragraphs, clearly designed to obfuscate the real terms. During arguments, some people obfuscate their mistakes by dragging in unrelated topics. In mystery novels, authors love to obfuscate the truth until the very last page, keeping readers guessing. All right, so the next word is sycophant. A sycophant is someone who flatters powerful people for personal advantage. It actually traces back to the Greek word sukophantes. For example, look at Tom agreeing with everything the manager says, even when it makes no sense. What a sycophant. Historical courts were often filled with sycophants whispering empty praise into the ears of kings. And even today, in modern offices, sycophants can be found praising every idea, hoping for promotions. Let's continue with pulchritude. Pulchritude is simply physical beauty, though the word itself sounds more complicated than its meaning. It comes from Latin pulchritudo. For example, the pulchritude of the Alpine valley at sunset left even the most hardened hikers in silent awe. In classic love letters, you often find heartfelt references to the pulchritude of the beloved. Even painters seek to capture not just pulchritude, but the fleeting essence of beauty in their art. Now we have disparate. Disparate describes things so fundamentally different that comparison feels impossible. It comes from Latin disparatus, meaning separated. For example, the jury was asked to weigh two disparate accounts of what had happened that night. In innovation, the best ideas often come from merging disparate fields like biology and computer science. Even in friendships, disparate personalities can sometimes complement each other beautifully. Now we reach inveterate. Inveterate describes a habit or characteristic that is deeply rooted and unlikely to change. From Latin inveteratus, meaning made old. For example, my neighbour is an inveterate gardener. No matter the season, she is out tending to her flowers. I have an inveterate habit of reading just one more chapter before sleeping, no matter how late it gets. Even among explorers, you find inveterate adventurers, people who cannot imagine life without the next unknown destination. Our last word today is pernicious. Pernicious describes something that causes harm in a subtle, gradual way. It comes from the Latin word perniciosus, meaning destructive. Example: a whisper campaign against a respected teacher began with just one false rumor, a pernicious lie that over weeks unraveled his reputation. I once heard someone jokingly tell a friend, "Your pernicious habit of correcting everyone's grammar is why no one invites you to parties anymore." Even seemingly minor issues like poor posture can have pernicious effects on your health if ignored for years. And there you have it. 10 powerful English words, each brought to life with vivid examples drawn from literature, conversation, and daily life. If you enjoyed today's journey through language, don't forget to subscribe to IB with Etify for more episodes where we dive deeper into mastering English. Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep growing.